Let's get started on today's artwork. So, in our book, we are going to flip to the page where Vasti's teacher says, just make a mark and see where it takes you. So today we are just going to make a mark on our paper and see where it takes us. So today's video is going to be pretty quick, so you can just watch me, and then after I'm finished, you can go ahead and make your own artwork. The other reason I just want you to watch today and then you can do your artwork after is because I want your beautiful ideas in your beautiful brain to come just from you. Whereas if you're drawing while Miss Armstrong's drawing, you might have the feeling to copy, but we don't want to copy today. We want to just make a mark and see where it takes us. So just like Vasti did, I'm just going to put a dot on my paper. That's where I'm going to start. And then today, all I want you to do is use whatever kinds of materials, whatever you want, and see where that dot takes you. There are so many ways we can do this. So you can use lines, you can use shapes, you can use texture. Let's look in our book for just a second. So as we know, in Vasti's art show, there were so many different kinds of dots that she drew. So you can use lines, dots, you can use just different patterns. And we are just gonna go ahead and fill up our page. Maybe I wanna try a pattern. Now I'm using my markers, but you are welcome to use anything you have at home to create your artwork. And if you ever get stuck, like right now, Miss Armstrong's a little bit stuck, I want you to come back to a dot, or a circle is also a dot. And you can just start again. So I'm just gonna make another dot and I'll start again. See where that dot takes me. All right, and if that dot ends and you don't know where to go, what can you do? Make another dot. Maybe I want to try some paints. Say, wake, wake, wake up. Wake, wake, wake up. Maybe I'll start with a dot up here. Again, if you don't have paints, that is just fine. Our drawing was looking beautiful over here before I made it a painting and a drawing. And there's another dot. Maybe I want to put dots inside of my dot. Maybe you want to put dots around your dot. I want you to get creative and think of all the different things you can do with a dot. Start with the dot and see where it takes you. I'm going to go into super speed so you can watch me finish my artwork. Okay, I'm finished. So I was inspired by the book, The Dot, to make a mark and see where it took me. So I started with this little purple dot and I went all over my paper. I used different kinds of lines. I have zigzag lines, dotted lines, scribbly lines, straight lines, thick and thin lines. I have curved lines. I used all different kinds of colors. I have different markers, color pencils. Oops, I forgot to use my crayons, but that's okay. I still love my artwork. And paints. I didn't even add any texture. Oh, I did add a little bit of furry texture here, so I could talk a little bit about texture and shapes. I have lots and lots of circles, and my straight lines kind of look like long rectangles. So whatever you decide to add in your artwork, my challenge for you, everybody say challenge, 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 challenge. My challenge for you is that today we are going to be able to talk about our art elements that we added in our artwork. So whether you added your different colors, you have your different colors, and I'll make sure I put these on the PowerPoint for you to use so that you can practice talking about your artwork. Whether you use different kinds of lines, whether you use different kinds of texture, or different shapes, we are going to practice talking about them. So For example, I might go up to somebody and say, hey, can I tell you a little bit about my artwork? You might want to find one of your family members in your house and you can say, I really love my artwork because of the scribbly lines that I used. I also love my artwork because the colors are so bright. I love that when I added my green and blue paint, they blended together and made a whole new color. I also love when I painted over my brown marker and with my blue paint and made a brand new color over here as well. So those are two examples of how you can talk about your artwork. You can say something like, I like my artwork because, or my favorite part of my artwork is. So I hope you guys have a great time creating your artwork inspired by the dot. And please take that challenge and go ahead and tell somebody something about your artwork using our art vocabulary. I hope you had a great time and I'll see you next week.